Start the streaming. Hey, man, we got sports. I'm telling you, there's sports tonight. I can't even explain to you how much sports there are. Let me tell you. A lot of sports going on tonight. Yeah, I tell you. Anyway, regarding the sports, I'm going to start sharing this around as quick as I can and get this show going. I'm so sorry we're running a little late. The reason we're running late is I entered into a protracted negotiation with my good friends over at Network Solutions. So the Tom Gulley Show website will be up and cruising around for another 5 years. I was going to make it 9 years, and I went, I'm not even sure I'll be alive another 9 years. I'm not even sure Tom will be around another 9 years, so why don't we just make it 5? Shall we? Let's just make it 5. So I made it 5. And now I got to hurry up and share this, and I'm just so sorry I'm running late. We got NFL football. We've got, which is much closer than Nick Foles. I guess he has a history against Tom Brady, doesn't he? It was closer than I thought. Why do we got to see Terry Bradshaw? Terry, do a sit-up, man. Come on, brother. Rosie Williams is here. Get them beans on, Rosie. You better get them beans on. I wonder what you guys had tonight. You know what I had? I got a couple Johnsonville better with cheddar brats with 3 kinds of cheddar cheese on them. And then I had some Lay's sour cream and onion potato chips. Isn't that sad? Isn't that bachelory? I was going to have some chicken tenderloins. And this is how lazy I am. I'm buying some super expensive T-bones tomorrow. And I didn't want to cook chicken on my grill. I have an inside grill. Because I knew I'd have to clean it all off really good before I cooked the steaks. So I didn't get cross-contamination. I suck. I so suck. I am so lazy sometimes. I really am. I need some help. I swear to God, I'm stupid. I am really stupid. That's the real reason. Get your hashtags ready. I've got hashtags going. Oh, these are expensive T-bones too, man. These are like $20 a pop. Is that how much? Yeah, around there. And then I'm getting some sirloins. They're even more pricey. But I think they're worth it because they're locally grown, and I know the guy who raised the beef and all that, you know. Yeah, because I got it like that. That's how I got it. Anyway, I am such a slug during the week. Dang, just gave my father-in-law a George Foreman. Well, that's my grill of choice. I do use a George Foreman. So if you use a George Foreman a lot, I don't want to get into it. It's hard to clean them. You can wipe them off and get them everything off, but it's hard to actually clean them because you can't submerge them and you can't take them apart. So what's a fella to do? I ask you, Rosie, what's a fella to do? You and Morty Vicker there with your exotic cooking on the grill outside. If I have an outside grill, I could scrape it, clean it, and do all that stuff. I know how to do that. I'm not an idiot. I'm not an idiot. So anyway, hashtags. Let's get them ready. I gotta get ready to do this show. We're running a little late. I feel shame deeply. Let me go ahead and put my sports thing up here. Deeply in places, frankly, that I didn't think I could feel shame anymore. I thought, that went away a long time ago. Shame for me I thought, hey, please. Me? Shame? Oh, please. I stopped feeling shame like back in the 90s. Okay, live streaming, sports talk, MLB. Here, give me the MLB playoffs. Perfect. I'll do MLB. I'll do Thursday night lights. Thursday night. I'm not doing Thursday night lights or special. I'm doing football. Then I'm doing TNF. Then I'm doing NFL. Rant. I'll do rants. Okay, let's see what else. Anybody got any newer ones? Do the newer ones come apart? I'll have to look at that. I put Dawn soap on it and give it a scrub. Now you got to scrub the holy bejesus out of them. Mine very clearly says do not submerge, and I bought it within the last 3 years. They should have a thing where you can unlock the 2 plates that do the actual, you know what I mean? Get your grill on. Okay, I'll do get your grill on. Get your grill on. Get them beans on, Rosie. Anybody else? Anybody else? Got anybody else? So forever hold your peace. I'm talking sports. It needs to be Dawn Blue soap. All right. I've been using muriatic acid. Morty Vicker says, I got nothing, Tom. Okay, that's a hashtag now. I got nothing, Tom. Be careful. I might just make your random utterances a hashtag. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right. I might go through the European qualification scores. Give you my thoughts on those that you don't care about. That is way too hard on the draw to be enjoying. I feel like I just sucked on a rock. It's just not easy on the draw. I'm sorry. All right, who here wants some sports? Why don't I just get this train wreck going? Bears 13 bucks. Wait, Bears 14 bucks 13 at the half. And with that being said, let's light this candle.
Tom was a white male. Always invited to the cookout.
Always.
But he spit straight hot fire. Okay? You said who is the best commentator on Facebook Live? Tom.
Because he spit hot fire.
Because he spit hot fire.
Yo, he even got the last name. And let me tell you this too. Tom potato salad good.
Mm-hmm. No raisins.
It ain't bland. No raisins. No raisins.
I don't care who owned the Chiefs. I hate it here. Make me sick. My allergy. Puke every time. Blah, like that. Puke.
You're a goalie. You're supposed to be like that.
Somebody owned the Chiefs. We go to Florida and I get the money.
Down goes Frazier! Down goes Frazier! Down goes Frazier!
Let me answer that. You know, that is an absolute crock of You know, you people in the news media, all of you dwell on some negative piece of like that. And I don't know how Steve feels about it, but it just and you don't have to bleep one single word of this.
That it doesn't work for me. I gotta have more cowbell.
Hi, I'm Jim Harbaugh of the Indianapolis Colts, and I recommend that you wear a helmet while listening to the show.
Get your chin strap on. We got sports. That's right. I'm Tom Gulley. This is the Sports Spectacular. A lot of times it's an hour of power. Sometimes it's an hour of muscles straining, you know, when they start to quiver. but mostly it's power. We've got a big show planned for you tonight. We're going to update you on Major League Baseball. We'll keep you apprised. Yeah, I said apprised of that Thursday night football game between the Bears and the Bucks. And I'm sure I'll rant about some other things. We may even get into the European qualifications in soccer. Who the heck knows? I sure don't. Let me tell you something. Good news, I still got a lot of Red Bull going, man. Let's get a little sports fuel going. Also, so I'll get really cranky and go into a rant. Don't make me JJ Watt you. I will JJ Watt you. A rant style. Guy's like a clown. Hey, do us a favor. Play a whole season. And you're not buying Real Salt Lake, buddy. I'm real sorry. We got Rosie Williams in the house. We got Morty Vicker in the house. And we're talking about the care and upkeep of the George Foreman grill. Because that's how we roll here on the Sports Spectacular. Morty Vicker says dark mode is so much nicer on the eyes. I haven't tried dark mode for my computer. I tried dark mode for this show all the time. Rosie says for sure. Rosie says tacos and rice and beans tonight. Did you get them beans on, Rosie? Hope you got them beans on. Morty Vicker says Tom's tater salad is the best. No raisins. It ain't bland. It ain't bland. No raisins. No raisins. Rosie says, yeah, buddy. All right, let's get to this. The ball game's on again. Let's see here. I didn't realize it was on Fox. Wow, that's weird. It's on Fox, and they allowed the Bears to run to the left. All right, no politics. No politics. All right. Bottom of the 8th, the Yankees looking to stave off elimination. Trying to tie that series up 2-2. It's bottom of the 8th. Yankees 5, Tampa Bay 1. 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th and men on first and second. Top of the 3rd. Padres are leading the Dodgers 1-0. There's nobody out and a man on second for the Dodgers. Atlanta has closed out the Marlins. They won 7-0 today, so they're winning by a touchdown. Houston closed out the Astros today. I'm kind of stupid. Here, let's get some Red Bull. Straighten out my brain. Don't you love it when you pick up a can of any beverage that might be contained in a can and it's like really full? It's like half full. This is a 20 ouncer. So 10 ounces is like a 12 ouncer minus 2 ounces. I didn't want to get into a lot of math tonight, but it just kind of happened. Rosie said, have you ever tried pear Red Bull? So good. They don't sell that here in the middle of nowhere. We're lucky to get tap water. You know? I'm surprised it's not illegal here. Moni Vicker says it's 2-2 now. Yeah, let me just... Yes, I'm not showing that. Yes, yeah, let me refresh the page a bit. It's not showing that. How dare you, ESPN? Now I'm showing 2-2, and I am showing a man on second and nobody out for the Dodgers still. I'm going to reckon that somebody hit a double. That's my sports brain working overtime. Or they hit a long single and then stole second. Or they hit a long single and somebody balked. Or they got hit by a pitch. Never mind. Rosie says, love the sports voice. What's the sports voice? I do have a sports voice. It's like a fake sports voice. It's like an abusive sports voice. It's a sports voice that I would make fun of all the sort of cliche sports guys. Want me to use it? I'll use it. Titans-Bills game moved from Sunday to Tuesday this week. I guess the Titans and Bills are going to be traveling a little bit Sunday to Tuesday, they said. And the NFL moves Bronx-Patriots to Monday at 5 o'clock. I'm assuming that's Eastern time zone. Astros bash away past Athletics to reach the ALCS. Boy, that's going to be quite a matchup, regardless of who they lock horns with. And LeBron says for Lakers fans, respect must be earned. Like, come on, man. That's true of everybody. The season may be over for the Cowboys. Smith. All right. Then. Right now, Tulane is leading the University of Houston in the third quarter for those of you interested in college football. All right. Stephen A. Smith says LeBron can't be the GOAT playing in the NBA's softest era. Me and Stephen A. agree on something. Man, oh man. There's no centers. Come on, man. I mean real centers. I mean real come in this lane and I will beat you down like a redheaded stepchild. Morty Vigor says, you're so much gooder with maths than the rest of your kin, Tom. Well, Morty, to be completely fair, I do have my shoes off. So it's easier to do the ciphers over 10. Morty, let's see, Rosie Williams says, started with it and then you stopped. Was I just doing it? I sometimes slip into it. Brady back to pass from the 20, and he is going to be sacked. Well, they put him down. He actually was starting from the 30. He's back down at the 20-yard line. There he comes, number 52. He's fighting through the block. And let me tell you something. Oh, man. And then he threw the offensive lineman down because he wouldn't quit blocking. Because you don't want Tom Brady to get sacked. He might get an owie. Anyway. What is it here? 2nd and 17 for the Buccaneers. Brady back to pass, throws out a little screen, and he's down at the line of scrimmage. Anyway. You know what? I think I'm going to comment on that LeBron thing. I really am. I'm not joking. I'm going to. Oh, stop it. Stop it. This stupid toy computer. Anyway. Let's see if we get any updates here. Now it's the end of 8. Yankees up 5-1 still. So Tampa Bay will be getting their last bats. 3-2 now. Dodgers, 1 down, man, at second base. Could have been a long pop fly. Oh, dear. Okay, I'll get back to that LeBron thing, and then I will go on a rant. But first, to make sure the rant is appropriately vitriolic, had a long talk with my business consultant at Network Solutions, also known as Web.com, and extended my URL by 5 years. Let's see here. Are these all the international football? All right, I'll go through those. Here. Started with it, then you stop. Okay, these are all of them qualifying matches for the 2022 World Cup. No, not all of them. Some of them. Not all of them. Rosie Williams says, I can't stop laughing. Should I do the international football scores in a British accent? Would that be better? I could do them in the region of the world from whence they originate. That'd be hard, though. Match currently going on. Argentina 1, Ecuador 0 in the 80th minute. That's the CONMEBOL qualifying. That is basically South America. It's one of the more difficult Oh, Lionel Messi scores on a penalty. He didn't score from the run of play. Should I go on about Lionel Messi? I don't really want to. This guy's softer than Swiss cheese and full of more holes. So right now it looks like Argentina is going to get the 3 points in group play against Ecuador. Wow. Big whoopee. Northern Ireland advanced 4-3 on penalties in European Championship qualifying over Bosnia-Herzegovina. And I don't know what the penalties were on that. 4-3 on penalties, actually. So the Northern Irish through to the next round. Iceland, Iceland is one tough football nation for as small as they are. And they also, in 2020 European Championship qualifying, are through beating Romania 2-1. The Belgians and the Ivory Coastans tied 1-1 today in an international friendly. That means they're not playing for anything. It's just kind of an exhibition. Uruguay defeating Chile 2-1 in CONMEBOL qualifying. That is a heck of a match. Chile winning the Copa America just a few years ago and had an incredible run 2 World Cups ago. Uruguay, as small as they are, they got 2 World Cups in their back pocket. Won the first World Cup, won the 1950 World Cup, and got into the, I believe, Final Four 2 World Cups ago. Scotland and Israel. Scotland advance on penalties in the European Championship. Slovakia and the Republic of Ireland. Oh, the Irish losing 4-2 on penalties. Manly, yes, but I like it too. Apparently there was a guy cutting up bars of soap along the sidelines. Serbia taking down Norway. That's pretty much of an upset, but not like crazy. The Norwegians are tough. They're physical. They're big, but they lack a little offensive firepower, so that does not super surprise me, although it is a little startling. And in England, defeating fellow British nation Wales in a friendly in England. United States women's team camp without Morgan, Lavelle, and Press, 3 very key players. And Ben Olsen, longtime coach of DC United, is out at coach, but he may stay on in a new role. He's beloved there. He was there as a player. And you know what? I kind of think that's nonsense to fire him because he has been playing poker with a handful of nothing for quite a while at DC United. McKennie is excited for his fellow United States men's national team stars in Europe. Man United's Pogba says going to Real Madrid is still a dream. I'd agree because you have been playing like, you know what. And that's about it. That's about all I got. It's about all that I get. Let me see if I can, maybe there's some MLS to look at here. Tonight, I don't know, man. Leagues and cups. When's the World Cup? It'll be 2022. The next one will be 2026. And that 2026 World Cup will take place in Canada, Mexico, and the United States of America. There we are. Saturday's matches, Sunday's matches. We'll get to those tomorrow. I will embarrass myself with those tomorrow. That's what I'm going to do. Let's see here. Why don't they have... is that tonight that those happen? That can't be. Let me see if those were... it was yesterday, maybe. Oh, we did have Major League Soccer yesterday. 0-0, Atlanta and Orlando. Inter Miami, Higuain, the big signing from Argentina, scoring his first goal. And that's a 2-1 win for Inter Miami, which is an upset over the New York Red Bulls. Columbus Crew losing to the Montreal Impact. An empty stadium in Columbus, but then again, it's always empty, even when they allow fans. Toronto FC taking down Bruce Arena and New England Revolution. And boy, I love any time Bruce Arena gets it. Philadelphia Union 3, FC Cincinnati 0. Houston Dynamo, Tab Ramos and his squad beating FC Dallas in a battle for the Silver Boot. That's what they call it when the season thing happens there. New York City FC 4, DC United 1. That was in Yankee Stadium. Sporting Kansas City finally gets off the schneid over the Chicago Fire, who were scoring a lot of goals, but not against Sporting Kansas City. Sounders beat Real Salt Lake last night 2-1. LA Galaxy losing to Portland 6-3. Would have loved to have seen that one in LA. San Jose Earthquakes, they were awful for so long, but the last few matches, they've just been ringing up the goals. 3-0 over the very tough Vancouver Whitecaps. So let's get back to the real sports that you all want to hear about. That I am only minorly an expert at, not like I am majorly with the other one. 1 out left for the Rays. Top of the ninth, 2 down, and the Yankees leading 5-1. Buccaneers have taken a 16-14 lead with 8:20 left in the third over the Bears. LA now up 4-0 in the top of the third. 2 down, men on second and third. So there we are updating you on that. Now, LeBron James. Let's talk about LeBron for a second, shall we? I got to agree with Stephen Smith. Now, look, when you start talking about this stuff, it's always a little funny to me because if you criticize LeBron, you're a hater. If you think Michael Jordan's better, you're a hater. There's actually players that I would pick if I were starting a team. If I could pick from all the players in NBA history and I were starting a team, there are actually players I would pick before LeBron or Michael. I know. And it kind of depends on what era you're playing in, but if you throw out the era, I know. A lot of it's just my heart. The first player I would pick if I had anybody in NBA history to pick from would be Larry Bird. Morty says 6-2 now. Thanks for the update. Appreciate that. Somebody jack one out, or was it a triple? What happened? There was 2 men on? Yep, double. It was a double with 2 down. So the runners were going. He hits a double. He scores the other 2 runs. It's 6-2 now. Rosie says Magic. I think Magic's a valid pick before those other 2 guys. I think Bird or Magic. I pick Bird because I think he's a better outside shooter. I pick Bird because he's an amazing passer. I pick Bird because he gets boards. And I also pick Bird because he makes every player around him better and because of his absolutely maniacal ability to get a team to perform to win. You can say all those things about Michael except the outside shooting. I mean, not Michael, Magic. Magic, you got to say, is the better passer. I mean, you can make, it's a valid argument for Magic. But when we get to LeBron James, he plays in a very soft era. And proof of that is how soft he is. Think about it. Think about it. There's 15 seconds left. Your team's down by 2. Well, let's make it better than that. 1. Team's down by 1. Who would you rather have taken the last shot or the ball in their hand? Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, or LeBron James? For me, LeBron is number 4 on that list. And don't bring up Big Shot Bob or Ray Allen. I'm talking about dudes who did stuff throughout the entire game. You got to give LeBron that. He plays in a soft era. Remember centers? I mean real centers that were scoring like crazy and dominated in the paint. Do we have those anymore? Are there any of those left? Shaq, Hakeem, Patrick. Need I go on? You know what I'm saying? You didn't even have to know the last name. Let's see here. Hell yeah. Peterson, that hook shot, singled it to left. Bird, Bird for sure. Kobe. Yeah, Kobe. Throw him on the list. I got no problem with Kobe being on that list. You know? There's just a lot of players I'd start with before LeBron James. A lot. Here's another player I'd start with before LeBron. Wilt. Kareem. There's a lot of them. Clutch players. LeBron, is he clutch? Yeah, I guess sometimes by accident, but I don't want the ball in his hand for the last shot. Rosie wants Kobe. Perfectly legitimate pick. But LeBron becomes Lionel Messi in the fourth quarters of games in the NBA Finals over and over again. And the killer part, the like doesn't make sense part, is he wants the ball all the time. Pippen over LJ. I don't know if I go that far. I mean, for the last shot, definitely. Definitely. I don't think I'd take Pippen over LeBron if I was starting a team as my first pick. I think, hey, look, anybody can point to the years that Michael didn't play and Pippen picked that team up on his back and did amazingly. But I still, given LeBron's physical attributes, that's the other thing. Why isn't LeBron dominating in the paint at small forward? You know? Bird went in the trees. Magic went in the trees. MJ went in the trees. Kobe went in the trees. Does LeBron that often? I mean, I don't know, man. But I think Stephen A. Smith has a very good point when he says that LeBron cannot be the GOAT because he plays in an era that's too soft. And part of that's not his fault. Part of that is the way they interpret the rules now. You can't touch a guy or he's going to get fouled. Then again, Magic, Kobe, Larry, MJ, if they played in the league now, oh, please, they'd be unstoppable. They go in just to get contact. I don't see a lot of guys doing that now. Rosie said, I'd rather have Curry taking that last shot than LeBron. I agree. I just don't think he can be the GOAT. Can he be a top 5? By all means. Can he be a top 10? Without question, he's top 10. But man, oh man. By the way, do you think Larry or Magic would have ganged up with a bunch of their friends and said, let's make a super team? Really? And then lose to the Mavericks when they had them down, foot on their throat? I don't think so. I don't think so. So I agree with Stephen A. Smith. LeBron can't be the GOAT because there's no such thing as a time machine. And do I think LeBron would have altered his game, changed his game, adapted his game in a different era? Oh, you bet. I am one of those people that think the greats are the greats. It doesn't really matter what era they would have played in. But we cannot submit facts not in evidence. And that's what we've got with LeBron James, as it concerns that. I love LeBron. I love watching him play. I think he's phenomenal. I think he's definitely one of the greatest players of all time. I just don't think he's as good as some other people. And I just don't think he has shown up when it matters every time. MJ, Larry, Magic, when it counted, they were there. And they wanted it, and they did it. LeBron hasn't done that. Now, you can make the case, and I'll be playing devil's advocate here. LeBron hasn't had the supporting cast that many of the people we're talking about had. LeBron didn't really have a Shaq. LeBron didn't have a Parrish, McHale. You know? LeBron didn't have a Worthy, a Kareem. You know? Then again, LeBron was kind of picking his own teams. And then again, who were you going to get after you paid LeBron? But you know what? LeBron did have that team he handpicked. down yonder in Miami. Morty says he drives it to the hole like he can he can drive a Prius. Still 16-14. Bucks over the Bears. Oh, man. I tell you. Holding penalty. It's 1st and 30 now for the Buccaneers. From the Buccaneer 40, they just threw a pass of about 15 yards. You got half of it back, I guess. Anyway, top of the third, Dodgers 6. Oh, wait, this got to refresh. Hold on. Top of the third, I'll say bottom of the third, nobody out. Dodgers 6 and Padres 2. That Yankees game is over. Series is tied up at 2. New York won tonight, 5-1 over Tampa. So they'll get it on again tomorrow night. There'll be 2 games tomorrow night, I guess. And that'll be the Dodgers, Padres, and the Yankees. And the Rays will settle it tomorrow night. Actually, LA can close it out tonight. So there may only be 1 game tomorrow. If the Padres don't start doing something pretty doggone fast. So anyway, that's just my thoughts on LeBron. They did a thing where they took, at age 28, which was, I believe, Bird's best year statistically, they took him and compared him to LeBron. Bird had better numbers in almost every single category. And if they weren't better, they were comparable. And vice versa. He didn't blow LeBron away. Let me see if I can find it. He didn't destroy LeBron in any of those numbers. Let me see here. Maybe it was at 30. There it is. It is. It's at 30. Not 28, at 30. Bird versus LeBron James at age 30. Who is really better? Okay. And we'll take a look at it. And, Okay, here you go. Bird in 86, 87. LeBron in 2014, 2015. Larry, 28.1 points a game. LeBron, 25.3 points per game. Larry, 9.2 boards a game. LeBron, 6.0 boards a game. Larry, 7.6 assists, LeBron, 7.4 assists. Field goal percentage. Larry, 52.2. LeBron, 48.8. That's things get worse when it's per 36 minutes. Bird also played 40.1 minutes a game, while LeBron played 36.1. Per 100 possessions. Let's make everything even per 100 possessions. Bird, 33.6 points a game. LeBron, 36.3, so he gets a little advantage there. Bird, 11 boards. LeBron, 8.7. Bird, 9.2 assists. LeBron, 10.7. Bird, 12.7. Field goals made out of 24.2 attempted. LeBron just 0.3% percent more, 13.0 points, but he attempted 26.7. So he attempted 3 or 4 more shots. So Bird used 27.5% of the Celtics' possessions. LeBron used 32.5% of Cleveland's percentage. Here's something else. 86-87 was Larry Bird's 8th season in the league. 2014-2015 was LeBron's 12th. Bird had played 24,406 regular season and 5,431 playoff minutes in his last season before he started to slow down. LeBron had already logged 35,769 regular season, 7,561, but I think there's an extra round in there. So, I mean, I guess what I'm getting at is that you either got to give the edge to Bird or say it's a tie. All right? And that's not even getting Magic involved and all that stuff. So, Astros smashed 11-6. That's disconcerting. That's true, but they were playing, was it the A's? I don't think they're going to get away with that with the Yankees or the Rays, and I know they're not going to get away with it with the Dodgers. Morty Vickers says, where can I see these sets, Tom? I hurt a lot of people's feelings tomorrow. Let me put the link in the room and read it over yourself. I mean, you know. This particular thing, if you do Bird versus LeBron, age 30, there's a lot of articles. I just happen to think this one's really good. Let me see here. This guy says, start with the assumption that Bird was the greatest player at small forward, then you have to yield that position to King James. Bird only played 12 for a season. That's not what we're talking about, because he got hurt. You know. Let's see here. LeBron had been in 3 Olympics. Well, I don't think Bird could play any Olympics until the end of his career, you adult. But anyway, there's a bunch of articles on this, and you really should read several of them because they tend to be skewed with, you know, whatever somebody thinks. You know, if you find one that's in the middle, I'd like to see it. But Morty says, yeah, but Bird had to play in those tiny basketball shirts. Rosie Williams says the body recovery from then till now is insane. Well, let's not discount the fact that the league expanded. You had the very best players crammed into a smaller amount of teams. Now expansion, that's so watered down. You think you know, let's see. Let's see here. Let me see here. You think Lonzo Ball plays minutes back in the 80s? I don't. Right out of college? I don't. Morty Vickers says sports medicine definitely keeps players healthier now, too. He couldn't play through a Charlie horse. Yeah. And I'm not dumping on LeBron. You know, I like guys who come through in the clutch. Call me crazy. Ooh, look at that. Somebody's getting nasty with Davis III, that receiver, number 12 for the Bears. It's in his face. In your face, man. End of the third quarter coming up here. Bears at their own 43. In the shotgun. Falls back to pass on 1st and 10. He hands it off, and there's a run over the right side and a gain of about 4, maybe 5 yards. Yeah, sports medicine's a lot better. A lot better. But Western Conference don't run like they used to. Eastern used to be grind it out. Western used to be let's run. And I don't care whether that was the Lakers or the Rockets or the Dallas Mavericks or the Jazz. The Jazz actually could play both styles pretty well by the time Stockton and Malone got their act on. The Nuggets, you know. And you had the East where you had the Sixers, the Celtics, the Knicks, the Pacers. Pacers are the only team that took Michael's Bulls to 7 games ever in the playoffs. By the way, Larry Bird versus Michael Jordan in the playoffs. And this was early in Jordan's career. Undefeated. Swept him every time. So it was a bloodbath. The Pistons? Pistons? Let's do a little imagining. Take whatever LeBron James team you want. Pick your own. I give you leave. And imagine them playing the Nasty Boys. Forget Bird and all those guys. Forget them. Forget the Sixers with Dr. J and, Joe Dumars. Moses Malone. Daryl Dawkins. No. Think about him playing the Nasty Boys. Detroit. I think LeBron would fare up to Bill Laimbeer elbowing him in the face every time he went to the bucket. Or sliding his foot. Larry Bird talks about how Laimbeer, when you went up for a jumper, he'd slide his foot under where you were going to land so you'd screw up your ankle. Morty Vickers says, you just have a soft spot for really tall white dudes, Tom. Well, then I don't like Larry Bird because he's only 6'9". He ain't that tall. Rosie's laughing. Yeah, that's why I picked Oscar Robertson and Magic. Or did I pick MJ? Then I picked Larry. At center, who did I pick? Was it Wilt? I think it might have been Wilt. And then, who did I pick at the off forward? The power forward. I think I picked Karl Malone. So I picked one white guy in my all-time best five. One white guy. And that's what I get. Maybe I had it coming. Rosie Williams says LMAO. Yeah. Really tall white dudes. I don't have a soft spot for Bill Laimbeer. I think he's the cheapest player in the history of the game. Just a creepy, cheap shot. When Bill Laimbeer played, he was the only player in the NBA that made less than his father because his dad was the head of some aerospace or aeronautics company. He was the only one. No, I hate Laimbeer. Larry Bird still won't speak. Larry Bird hates him, because he said, the guys on the Pistons, Rodman and Mahorn and all those guys, they were physical. They'd try to, but Laimbeer wanted to hurt you. He wanted to cheap shot you. So you got no use for Bill Laimbeer. Neither do I. But I also like that Larry would talk so much trash. I really love that. I shouldn't, but I really love it. I mean, I love, yeah, you don't need to worry. What I'm going to do is they're going to kick it in. I'm going to get it right here. I'm going to shoot a jumper in your face, and we're going to walk out of here. Then he'd do it and say, man, I didn't mean to leave 2 seconds on clock. But everybody tells that story. The X-Man tells it. Byron Scott tells it. Everybody tells it. Did you see Rivers talking trash this weekend? No, I did not. I didn't. Wilt definitely won the field. Won the field. One off the field in live. Yes, Wilt had impressive numbers on and off the court. If you really want a good read Wilt Chamberlain's autobiography. Man, oh man, that's a good one. Also, Walt Clyde Frazier has got a great autobiography to read. It's very, very good. But I did not see Rivers talking trash this weekend. I saw him talking about the reason he came to the Sixers was the team's level of talent. That I did see. Okay, the Bears on the Buccaneer 20, 1st and 10. Folks, he fumbles, but the Bears recover. And they recover back at the 33, so it's going to be 1st and like 23 now. 2nd and 23, excuse me. I did not see Rivers talking trash. He's good at that. But you ought to hear, Doc Rivers will tell you some Larry Bird stories. Let me see if I can find that real fast. Let me see. Says teams made a mistake trying to be like the Warriors. Says he'll be Glenn with the 76ers. I don't even know what that means. Speaks out on the Clippers for the first time since leaving LA. Is that what you're talking about? Let me see if that's what you're talking about here. Let me see if I'm picking up what you're putting down. 3rd down. Let me see if they give that yardage. And 24. Oh no. The Bears have a problem. Not there. Down there. Let's see here. Rivers parting ways. Kawhi Leonard and Paul George's head coach quickly became Joel Embiid's and Ben Simmons' coach. Interesting. I always love it. But I was not going to coach just anybody, I can tell you that. Was ready to take a break, and it depended on the team that was available. And I thought if my team was ready to win, it would excite me. When Elton called, it was easy to get on the plane, take a look for me. When you look at these players, oh, come on. These young players and their potential, the fact they've had so much success in some ways at the ages they already are, and where I believe they can go, for me, it's a job you just couldn't turn down, and that's why I'm here. It's been crazy. Steve Ballmer and I had lots of talks about the direction of the team, and finally we decided that with me staying there, it was time to step away. Then literally, and I'm not exaggerating, within 5 hours of that news getting out, Lonnie Cooper, my agent, called and said there were 3 teams that wanted to talk that day. Winning is safe. If you want to be a winner, you need to step out of your comfort zone. What would you, as well as your 2 star players, do to step out of your respective comfort zones in order to win? Ooh, I don't think they were ready to do that on the Clippers. You can't just keep doing what you've always done and think you're going to get different results. You got to do something different. Yeah, I don't think Paul George is that guy. Sorry. I think Paul George wants to win a championship if he can keep being Paul George. That's what I think. I just don't think he's that guy. He's a good player, but Kawhi Leonard, I put him in that same basket. And those 2 guys are not dominant enough to be that way. You know. Rosie wants my picks for the NFL. Well, Rosie, you'll have to wait till tomorrow night, won't you? Let's see here. Bears just kicked a field goal, went up 17-16, 10 minutes, 34 seconds left in the 4th. And let's update you on that Dodgers-Padres score. Just a little more sports here on Thursday night on the Wee Wee Smile Ones. Top of the foyer, we're going to get a refreshed page here on our personal device. Top of the 4th, L.A. with men on 1st and 2nd. The bags are almost juiced. And 1 down are leading the Padres. Now the men on 1st and 3rd, men on the corners. Top of the 4th, LA 6, half a dozen on the San Diego Padres with a deuce. Anyway. Oh, you're talking about Phillip Rivers, old shark teeth. He was caught mic'd up talking smack to the defensive end. It was funny, talking about how Taylor easily went around on him. Ooh, well, that's, I better get to Phillip Rivers. Let me go to the Phillip Rivers. Hold on, I think you're talking about Phillip Rivers. He's got no room to talk smack on anybody about anything, if you ask me. Let's see. Well, this is a Colts news story here. I can read this in sports voice. Indianapolis Colts quarterback Philip Rivers spoke to some local reporters today via video conference. What do you have to say about his trash-talking tendencies during games? Why he's not worried about a shootout against the Cleveland Browns, and how he still enjoys the in-depth nature of preparing for the game and more. You can catch the entire session at Colts.com, but here's some top takeaways. Rivers isn't giving much credence to his trash talk in last Sunday's win over the Chicago Bears. With no fans in the stands, Rivers was picked up by a nearby microphone, clear as day, chumming it up with members of the Bears defense during the game, including linebackers Roquan Smith and Danny Trevathan. 2-8 just turned the corner on you, Rivers is heard telling Smith, referring to running back Jonathan Taylor. He turned the corner on you. Smith clearly disagrees with Rivers' assessment of the situation. Oh, wait, I think I might have audio on that. Hold on. There you go.
Nope. Nobody's buying.
They're going to take a timeout. They're going to kick the field goal.
He turned the corner on you.
I love the talking. Isn't it great?
Yeah,
he's the best.
Pointing and
have you been following Rivers' illustrious NFL career? Illustrious? Yeah, this is from the Colts website. Illustrious, my left patoot. Yeah, I said it. Even casually over the past 17 seasons, this is just part of the game. While he always seems to keep the language PG, he definitely has gotten under a defender's skin a time or two. Oh, shut up. He's Philip Rivers. Let's tap the brakes, please. Can we tap the brakes, please? Rosie Williams says shark teeth. Marty Vickers laughs and well, look at his teeth. I know I'm the last person in the world to be making remarks about another human being's teeth. I know this. I know it. I know it. But if my barracuda mouth can be on this, then he can be shark teeth. I called him that when my teeth were still straight. He has shark teeth. They're all tiny and they're all pointed. And they're the same size. I didn't make him that. Did it on his own. I bet you he files them down before the games. We've got the Buccaneers at their own, it's like 41. Brady throws out to the left and nothing doing. Oh, guess who he threw it to? That didn't get the ball. Gronk. Hey, look, he threw it to Gronk. I think that's who he threw it to. Let's see here. Gronk. Isn't that who? Like the Coneheads. Tampa Gronkowski number. Let's see what number he is here. 87. Yep, he threw it to Gronk. And that clown didn't catch it. I think they just threw it to him again, maybe. I don't know. Let me see. Got to be great. He does have shark teeth. He does, man. Oh, no. I handed it off. Tackle for loss. Now it's 2nd and 11. Yeah, he has shark teeth. Got shark teeth. 7-2 now. Dodgers leading the Padres. Thank you. That's our roving reporter, Morty Vicker, updating us on that Dodgers score. From out there in Murrieta, California. Okay, they threw a little out to Gronkowski, and actually he did have a nice run. But you know what? At the end of the run, he was still Gronk. There's nothing he can do about that. No matter what happens to him, no matter where he goes, no matter what he does, no matter if he's around friend or foe, He's still Gronk. Well, now he's over on the sidelines. His left arm is taped up to the elbow. Did you get a stomach ache? He's out of the game now. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line of the Bears. Brady hands off, run up the middle, and it's good for about a yard. Stephanie Lilly says, Baby Shark, do. I don't even know that song. I know it's a popular song and everybody sings it, but I don't know nothing. How about that stolen home run last night? Yeah, he was certainly robbed. Yeah, he was certainly robbed at the fence. Morty Vickers says, sorry, Tom, I get a lot of sports updates that pop up. No, it's okay, man. Keep them coming. Rosie Williams says, that was a hell of a catch. Yeah, he snared that one. Robbed him. Sports guys. Oh, man. As many cliches as they can throw in. They robbed him of touching all the bags. The only thing funnier than that is I didn't make chicken tonight because I didn't want to cross-contaminate my George Foreman grill for my T-bone steaks tomorrow night. Well, this weekend. I'll probably have a T-bone tomorrow. I might just save them for Saturday and Sunday. Stephanie Lindley is here. She is from Nashville. Some call it Cashville. Others have called it Trashville. But she is not chopped liver. Brady got knocked on his patoot again. Yeah, I said it. Patoot. Okay. I'll get a little bluer than that. His hiney. Was knocked on his hiney. And I meant that. At least he knows how to take a sack, unlike Brian Hoyer. Oh, Brady. You should see the look on his face. He's looking around like, come on, man. Tom Brady. 2nd and 17 for the Buccaneers. Still at the 27. Brady back to pass. Flares it out, and that's good defense by the Bear linebacker. And that's incomplete. Now he's yelling. He's all upset, screaming at him, screaming at somebody. Oh, Tommy, you're not getting the calls? No, kiss a boo-boo. Kiss a boo-boo. I guess you'll just have to go back home to your hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars and your supermodel wife. Was that a little harsh? Back to pass. Throws it complete and short of the first down by at least a yard, probably two. And I do hate to say it, the recipient of that pass was Gronk. Damn near picked off, though. Oh, it would have given me such joy if it had been picked off. Because that would have given Gronk the opportunity to chase down the guy who picked it off and spear him out of bounds after the whistle blew. Going to be a field goal here. Looks to me to be about a 27-yarder. I'm sorry. 25-yarder. It's up, and it's good. So that means the Bucs are now leading the monsters of the Midwest. 19-17. How much is left? Dig, dog it. They went to a stupid car commercial right before I saw how much time was left. That's okay. I'll get you this. Hey, don't worry about it. 6:25 left in the fourth quarter. Oh, wait. We got to refresh. That's not the right score. Come on, man. You gotta update the score quicker for me, ESPN. Don't you know you work for me, ESPN? The hell's wrong with you? Still didn't refresh. Right. Middle of the fourth. Dodgers are up 7-2 over the Padres. So the Padres will be taking their cuts in the bottom of the fourth. 4:49 left in the fourth. And the score is Buccaneers 19. That can't be right. Oh, they're about to kick off. Sorry, that is right. 4:49 left. Buccaneers about to kick off. And 19-17 over the Bears. 19-7. So anyway, that's about all I got. In case, unless you guys got something you want me to check into. Ooh, Houston came back hard against Tulane. That's what she said. 49-31. 49-31. Surgery and pain pills. Earl Campbell is even tougher than you thought. Hey, can I tell you guys something about Earl Campbell? Earl Campbell has his own company that makes sausages and hot dogs. It's freaking awesome. It is freaking awesome. Let me see if I can find anything about it. There's a big article here about him. Let's see. He's having trouble getting around, you know, because he had a back condition and just kept playing. You know, he's a stud. Oh, come on. Maybe it'll be at the end of this. Earl gets up. Dangers of painkillers. Now I'm going to have to look up Earl Campbell's Red Hots. Oh, my God. They're incredible. I don't know if you got them out in California. You can order them online. Earl Campbell Red Hot Links. Oh, my God. They had them there in Dallas. So it's Earl Campbell's Hot Links. He's or they're sometimes called Red Hot Links. And you guys, if you have them, they've got them at Kroger apparently. You can get them apparently from or at Walmart. Order them online if you have to, man. There's several places you can order them online, but Earl Campbell's Red Hot Links, they got a picture of him on the outside with his cowboy hat and his denim shirt and all that. But he has other stuff too. They're not just Red Hot Links, but I would say the Red Hot Links are the star of the Earl Campbell's Meat Company offerings. You haven't lived until you've had these. Morty says, what? Keep going, Tom. Hot Links, Red Hot Links. I think the red is just the color, but they're hot dogs. They're hot links. They're check them out, man. Yeah, look at the reviews and stuff. If you don't like spicy stuff, you may not like them, but they're, oh my God, relatively inexpensive. When I lived in Arlington, I'd get them all the time and nuke them. Oh yeah, check out these Earls. I think you'll like them. I think you'll like them. And apparently they do sell them at Kroger, or as relatives of mine call it, Kroger's. I have relatives that no matter what the name of the business is, they added an apostrophe S. You know, oh, you got his car over there at Ford's. Ford's? What? What? I don't. Yeah, over there at Kroger's. Over there at J.C. Penney. Over there at Sears's. Sears's? What the? They don't. There are no Sears's. Oh yeah, over there at BMW's. What the? I have one relative that calls it Jose Cuervo's. No, it's Jose Cuervo, man. It's not. Morty Vicker says, I'm a cheat date. I get bar S. Oh, bar S. Yeah, hey, man. Hey, man. Let me tell you something. Those bar S, those big packs that are like have jalapeno in them or whatever, I'm not mad at those. They're extra big. They're kind of long. Yeah, I like those. And I'm going to tell you something. There's been a time or two in my life where I was damn glad for the bar S. From a money spending standpoint. It's been a long time. But the Earl Campbell, ooh, baby, I'd kill for some of those. And they'll never have them here. They don't have anything good here. They have brands you never heard of that they're just. Ugh. Morty Vicker says, yes, sir. Well, hey, I think we're going to probably end things here. Quick updates on the Dodgers real fast. Although you guys know the updates faster than I do. So it's really, if ever there was a cheddar brats are the bomb. They are. I just had some better with cheddar Johnsonville's tonight. They were good. I used to work for Johnsonville. So they have a ton of, that's Italian, better with cheddar, beer and brat, Come on, ESPN. Why gotta be like that? Huh? Why gotta be like that? Why you gotta... I boil him first so I don't have to worry tomorrow. Now I gotta go to ESPN, the actual site, because the toy computer isn't working. You piece of junk. I don't know why anybody would have one of those. I don't know why I have one. Oh, I know. Somebody gave me one. For crying out loud. For the love of Mike. For the love of Mike. That's okay, ESPN. Take a freaking hour to load. Just have absolutely no ability to figure out how to structure a website so it loads real fast. The end of 4. Oh, wait, I better wait, because who knows? It might just... gotta wait till the thing quits spinning. Let's see. The Bears are at the 33. It's 3rd and 8. Falls back to pass. He throws it, and that was a shot duck. Top of 5. LA 7, San Diego 2. It's looking like the Bears are going to have to punt here with about 2:59 left. Oh, man. Don't you go for it? Oh, his hand was hit on the throw. Nice blocking. God, that was... Man, that guy got used. He got used. It's an old soccer. If a defender didn't do a good job of guarding someone, I'd go. Aren't you kind of getting sick of getting used? Because you're getting used, man. As what? As a pylon. Dork. Rosie says ESPN is giving me problems too. Well, Rosie? I guess that means ESPN ain't going to get none of them beans. All right, guys. I appreciate you being here. I really, really do. I had fun tonight. I don't know if you did or not, but I did. Just goofing off the whole time. We'll be back here tomorrow. Morty Vicker says, I put you in VR. You a second. Wow, that was trip. What do you mean VR? Virtual reality? Voice recording? I don't know what that mean, man. I ain't that smart, I was born ignorant and I've been losing ground ever since. I hail from Indianapolis, Indiana. That means that's the place the hospital was. And then growed up in Zionsville before it got big and highfalutin. And then it was Carmel before it got big and highfalutin. My dad's graduating class at Carmel was only like 12 kids. Rosie said, I had a blast, Tom. Thanks. Well, Rosie, thank you. Stephanie Lindley says, later, Gators. Sweet dreams, Sir Gulley. See y'all tomorrow. Stephanie Lindley, you are a peach. Morty Vicker, thank you as well. I was in virtual reality. Wow. I'm not even in actual reality very often, to be honest with you. Anyway, we'll be back here tomorrow. We will do our NFL and Major League Soccer predictions. We'll have updates on Major League Baseball. I'm sure that the NBA Finals game will be going on. So we'll update you on that as time goes along. And we'll cover that UFC matchup between Khabib and whoever he's fighting. I forgot. I knew, but I don't. But I do. But I yeah. So anyway, listen to my adult film music, sports music opening, closing song, and we'll be back with you tomorrow night. Until then, good night and good sports.